Are you wanting to invest in Strong but not sure if you should purchase a node, just stake Strong, or just hold the coin? Let's go through a couple scenarios as to why I would do each of these three. I'm Alex Sheets. I'm chasing financial freedom for myself and my family, and I'm covering all the projects I get interested in and invest in along the way. Make sure you subscribe and follow for more. To start off, I want to talk about what I've actually done already, and that's essentially I took $5,000, I invested into Strong and purchased my very first Strong node. The reason I decided that purchasing a Strong node was the best option for me is that I believe in the long-term longevity of the project, and I believe it's going to be around for years to come. I also had the $5,000 that it required to invest into Strong, and I felt comfortable enough that if it were to go to zero, that I would be okay financially and I wouldn't have to worry about it. So the two main factors that I had to take into consideration was that I believe in the project long term, and I was okay with my risk of $5,000 essentially being worth nothing if something goes wrong. So now let's change the scenario a little bit and talk about what I would do if I'd still believe in the project, but I didn't have the full $5,000 that it requires to purchase a node. As long as I had over a couple $100s to invest into Strong, I would then actually decide to stake Strong. The reason I would stake my Strong over just holding the coin is essentially that over time, with staking your Strong, you get paid out rewards in Strong, so your Strong will accumulate and you'll actually end up with more Strong than you had originally. The reason I mentioned I'd still only do this if I had over a couple $100s to invest is that with the gas fees can be anywhere between like $50 to $75 or more just to deposit the Strong into the staking pool. And then it would be the same cost to then withdraw it. Staking would also be a good option if, say, I did have the money to purchase a full node, but I wasn't as sure about the long-term longevity of the project, and so I wasn't willing to risk that full $5,000 on purchasing a node. Staking would then be a good option for this as well, because you're getting into Strong still, investing in the project, but you can pull your full investment back out at any time whenever you'd like. This is different from purchasing a Strong node because currently whenever you purchase a Strong node, you are unable to sell it or transfer it to any other wallets. So essentially you would be stuck with it, and if you haven't gotten your money back from purchasing that node, you'd be stuck, and essentially your initial investment would only be worth what little rewards you had gotten up into that point. It is also worth mentioning that for Strong nodes, the current ROI is a little over 100 days. Let's now change the scenario one more time and say, what if I only had a couple $100s to invest into Strong? If this were the case, I would essentially just buy and hold the Strong coin. Obviously, if I only had a couple $100, buying a node isn't an option because I simply can't afford it. And to me, staking just becomes unreasonable because you'd have to hold it for such a long period of time in order to make back the gas fees that you'd have to pay to both deposit and withdraw it. So that's not a great option either. I would rather just simply wait until I could afford more. With the gas fees can quickly add an additional $100 to $200 to your overall investment when you consider that the fact that you have to pay the gas fees both when depositing and withdrawing it. You're looking at probably around $50 to $70 each time minimally. So for a quick recap, if I had over $5,000 that I was wanting to invest into Strong and I believed in the project long term, I would probably see a Strong node as one of my best options, which is what I actually did. If I did not have the full $5,000 but still had over a few $100s to invest, or if I had the $5,000 but didn't believe in the project long term, I would at that point stake Strong so that then I can get my money back out whenever I'd like. I am also allowing my Strong to build up and accumulate over time in the staking rewards so that then I might be able to afford a node in the future if I didn't have that full $5,000 to invest. And finally, if I only had a couple $100s I wanted to invest into Strong, I would just simply buy and hold the coin so I didn't have to pay any type of ridiculous gas fees. If you still have any questions about Strong or anything else, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to get back to them as quick as I can. Also, please keep in mind that everything is always subject to change. I'm going to take this time to thank everyone for watching and give an extra thank you to everyone that has commented, liked, and subscribed. It really means a lot and it really helps my channel grow and build, and I just appreciate it so much. So thank you, and I'll see you all in the next video.